Hey guys, my name is Neil and welcome to NEEL Workshop Zone. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about lists. So in our previous episode, I kind of gave an introduction on the different types of collection data types like lists, tuples, etc. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about lists. So lists are pretty similar to all of the remaining collection data types, which if you haven't checked out the previous video, I recommend checking it out. But it is pretty similar to the remaining data types. But there are some significant differences that kind of makes it alike. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about those. So let's talk about them. So, one of the major differences and one of the things that is only present in the list is square brackets. So, for example, when you're writing a list, which if you don't know the definition of, a list is basically a data type that can store multiple values in them. So for example, kind of like an array. So these are the different kind of different types of arrays. So for example, you have list which has square bracket. So for example, you can store something like apple, banana, and an orange. So for example, this is how we write a list. Now lists are ordered and does not, it allows duplicate values. So, for example, what do you mean by ordered? So, imagine if, for example, it's apple, banana, orange, right? So, this is basically an order. So, if you ask it to print it, it'll print in the same order that you written it. And if you added something else, so for example, imagine you added grapes. So instead of just adding somewhere randomly or at the end or at the back, it'll add it in the end. So that's basically how list works. So it basically adds it at, basically doesn't, change the order of it. It basically just adds something at the end of it. So that is basically how list works. And now you also have something else which is also called as, allow duplicate values. So for example, imagine you want to have 2 bananas. So instead of just writing 2 lists, you can just write something like apple, banana, and banana. So list basically allows duplicate values in it. So now let's talk about the another type of difference that list has. So one other type of difference that list has is basically it can be changeable. So for example, once you write this list, you can change it. So you can add things or you can take away things, etc. So for example, imagine this is a list, right? So imagine you want to add, for example, an orange. So you can write something like, add orange, and it will add orange. Whereas there are some other collection data types that do not have this, that you cannot use this type of values. For example, dictionary. So that is kind of how list works. There are also other, collection data types. For example, dictionary, which does not allow duplicate values. Basically all those which we'll be talking about in the next episode. But for now, this is it about lists. We'll be talking more about them in the practical. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.